Hi, it's Hither here again, and thank you for looking at another YouTube video. So, I'm joined at my house with two amazing guests. Here I have Shane Watson and Damien Sminsky. Say hi, guys.
Hi. Hi, guys.
These are my two amazing friends who are my property speakers in Fortune Academy. But before we go into all that, I want to give you a bit of an intro, and they'll be talking about their journey and how we met, because the reality is that both Shane and Damien were actually, well, how I met them was nearly 2 or 3 years ago. Was it about 3?
Well, 2 years.
2.5, 3,
2.5, yeah.
2.5 years ago, and they were students on my Forex course. So it was quite impressive. Their journey, believe me, is so impressive that I have to capture it and share it with you guys, because this is what is possible for you guys in 2.5 years if you get your mind right and if you put the dedication in. Would you say?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's start with the basic questions. So how come you guys wanted to do Forex? Just out of interest. And you're very young, by the way, so I don't know if you want to reveal your ages, but you can. They're pretty young.
27.
Okay.
26.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so why did you choose Forex?
For me, I was already in property, so I wanted to create multiple streams of income. And you can start investing in property without using any of your own money.
Yeah.
But if you want to do the big deals where you can make a lot of big chunks of money, then you need to have some spare cash, right? And I thought, why don't I do Forex?
Yeah.
And then I put that money into property, in assets.
Oh,
right?
amazing.
So that
And
goes up in value. So,
yeah, notice how we also said multiple streams of income. We're going to come back and touch on that again, because this is, if you haven't gathered already, this is a very wealthy mindset that all of us have. And this is so impressive to see that my students that I only knew as students 2.5 years ago had a journey that I wasn't even aware of at the time. They were already in property. Then they already decided I need multiple streams of income to take my property journey to another level. Amazing. So Shane, how about you? What was your story?
So, like Damien said, I was interested in making an extra income.
Yeah.
And an added income stream. But there's loads of things you can choose to make extra money, right?
Yes.
But the reason why Forex interested me, because to be honest, at first I looked at stocks. But then through Forex I realised you can leverage.
Yes.
Which was interesting.
Yeah.
And
what leverage means, for guys who don't know what that means, it means that you can trade smaller money but control larger money in the market and make profit based on the larger money. So let's, for example, say a 1 to 100 leverage means if you had a 10 grand account, 1 to 100 leverage means how much money are we playing with? 10 grand times 100, which is how many noughts? Yeah, 1 million. So is that right? 10 grand, 4 noughts? Yeah, 1 million. So you make profits based on 1 million in the market rather than 10,000. So it's a way of capturing big profits, but yeah, disclaimer, you can also lose bigger if you don't know how you're playing with the leverage, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So we can't make people think it's only one way, it can go both ways. But obviously these students learn a lot about risk management, and they're quite comfortable with how to play with risk, which is why they are where they are these days.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I found it interesting, making money through the financial markets, through different currencies,
Yeah.
going up or down.
Yeah.
So it's about, learning from the right people.
Yeah.
So it's all about getting the mentorship, because you can jump into Forex if you want to, but there's a lot of mistakes you can make and a lot of money you can lose. So
Yeah.
it's important to get educated first.
In the right way, which is, yeah, I couldn't argue with that, because as anyone would know from especially my journey, you can go into Forex, you can Google how to trade Forex, and you'll come up with so many answers, so many people that are teaching you and teaching you incorrectly, because there's so much in it for them and nothing in it for you in terms of how much the broker, it's usually brokers that actually create the strategies, so they're failing strategies because the brokers make money from their losses and from the interactions you make. So did you ever come across strategies in the past, before you can learn from me, to trade Forex in and out like 100 times a day perhaps, or like a lot of times a day?
Yeah, it was crazy. To be honest, I looked at one, but you had to sit in front of the screen for literally all day, hours, and it really messed with your mindset, and it messed with your how strict you had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risk management.
Yeah, risk management.
So
Yeah.
they probably had zero on the risk psychology of trading and definitely risk management from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
So okay, we're not going to go into it too deeply because that's a whole different topic we're going to go into. But all I want to say is that I want to show you the journey that Shane and Damien had, and I'll tell you a really good story about them, because one of the things that I remember about Shane was that he was a student with me at that time. And when I make everyone write their goals down, I go through psychology quite a bit. Would you agree? I made you really rethink how you do things. I almost completely kill the dream of how high frequency trading works in the past, and they learn a very strategic way of trading. And anyway, after learning everything he did, one of the goals that he wrote down on paper was, I want to buy an R8. He even asked me, he goes, am I asking for too much? Do you remember this? Yeah. Am I asking for too much if I want to say I want an R8 like in a year? And I remember saying, Shane, if you don't get it in less than a year, I'll be disappointed. And when did you get it?
Yeah, about 10 months later.
10 months, and that is impressive. Like, even from I was amazed. It was like, wow, my student has gotten, his goal, it's not just about the R8, it's just about he had a goal, and amongst a lot of other things. It wasn't just the R8, he was living what kind of life were you in before this?
Just very, traditional life, doing what the masses are doing.
Job or no job?
Yeah, it's job, so just working and living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
So, get paid on the first, live like a king for the weekend, and then by the Monday you're broke after all your bills and everything.
That's a very good point. Live like a king for the weekend. We see a lot of people going out and living like kings for the weekend, and I'm thinking, well, what are you guys celebrating? Because most people out there don't even know how to create proper wealth. But not these guys, not by any means, because how are you living your life now? So what are you doing now?
I mean, the thing is, one thing I've always wanted is to live the life, have a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I realised that in a job, you're not going to be able to achieve that. And you need to be involved in, business, property, forex, for example, just to give you the life you deserve. Everyone deserves to live, life to the fullest.
Of course.
And everybody just sort of limits themselves by, going to work for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
And living paycheck to paycheck, because that's all they know.
Yeah.
So it's important just to, come out of your comfort zone, for one.
Amazing, yeah.
And number two, find the right people, the right mentors.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, these guys have been so impressive. So, I mean, the way he's living now, I mean, it's impressive, and it's very inspirational, I think, for my students to see this, because what they do now in the property market, we'll get to next. And in fact, they got to such a level that I'm actually asking them to share their story, and we do that through Fortune Academy, and they teach people how to replace their income through properties and different strategies in properties, and more than one way to buy properties, would you say? Yeah.
That's correct.
And also multiple streams of income, like Damien said before. We're going to come to that. But Damien, so we haven't said about how your life has changed, so give us a brief idea of how it changed, because I know it has, but they don't.
So I did everything, starting from doing gardening, self-employed. Then I went did van driving. Then opened my own business, which was online florist. I also was involved in modeling agency. Both businesses either failed or I lost money. And then I had to go again work as a van driver. And then one day I came across an advert for a seminar to learn about property investing. And that's what I did. I went to the seminar and I signed up for mentoring. Because before what I did, I had many different businesses and I didn't know what to do. I was doing many different things. I didn't know where I was going, what to do, how to do it. And then I decided to get educated, get a mentor that will show me exactly how to do things. And a mentor that has already achieved what I wanted to achieve. Someone that could guide me and tell me exactly, what I'm doing wrong, you have to change this, you have to change that. And to get where I want to be in a shorter time than if I want to do it by myself.
So you buy back a lot of time in a way, because everyone can fall flat on their face trying, and you will anyway, it's part of life. But it's sometimes very valuable having that mentor to pick you back up if sometimes you doubt yourself. Would you say it was quite doubtful at times for you during your journey mean, you hit some serious rock bottoms, I would say. And then how helpful was having a mentor in those situations?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I was in different businesses, you know, when you failed in the first business, and it was really, you know, I was really struggling, you know, didn't know what to do next, you know, should I get involved in the next business, or maybe this will not work again.
Yeah.
And you know, when you will get struggles in any business you get into, you will fail many times, but you just have to. If you have a mentor, then you can ask him. For example, I've done this wrong. I've made a mistake.
Or her. Let's not say.
Or her.
Come on.
Yeah. Or her. And just, you know, find out what you need to change. And
Yeah.
for example, in Forex, you know, there are times when you win big times, and there
Yeah.
are times when you lose. So
Yeah.
if I was losing one time, then I just contacted you and said, you know, this is going wrong, and then just fix my psychology and my mindset, right?
Yeah.
Because if you want to trade Forex, you need to have a very strong mindset and very strong psychology. If you are not good in mindset, you don't know the psychology behind it,
Yeah.
then you could go wrong big times.
Yes, exactly. I'm so glad you said that, because interestingly enough, when I saw them as my students in Forex and I was watching, these two were very impressive anyway, and I kind of knew they were going to be successful regardless. I didn't have a clue they'd be that successful in where they are now, but I'm not surprised, to be honest. The point is that because they listen and because they put the discipline in, and their psychology is something they didn't fall back on, they constantly keep working on themselves. Do you still do that now, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
We educate ourselves all the time.
Yeah. And
Invest in ourselves, because you are your biggest asset. You are the biggest asset. So
you've got, absolutely. Your mind, you are the biggest asset. So hence we always say it, and they say to their students, and I tell everybody else I can come across, that, you know, you have to invest in yourself. And their psychology, say, in Forex trading, then I kind of knew if they've got that kind of psychology and that kind of discipline in this Forex whole, this is tough. I mean, Forex is not easy by any means. They then could apply that same kind of psychology and discipline mindset into property. And how's it done for you so far, guys?
Brilliant. I mean, if you've got the right mindset and you're constantly working on your mindset, I believe that you can succeed in any business or any business model, because
Yeah.
it all starts with your mindset.
Yeah.
That's the basis. It all starts with you, from the inside out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do people, I mean, I bet you get frustrated as well, because now you're teaching people as well, students, etc. Don't you get frustrated? I'm having a little rant now, that people think it's just the strategy, i.e. let's just put the numbers in, or like just put the mechanics. If this is do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I should suddenly be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, then they don't make it, and then they think, oh, it doesn't work. See, you can have that problem in property, you'll have that problem in Forex, you'll have that problem in business, problem in anything, you know, and it's the people, because they ignore what you said, it starts with mindset.
Yeah.
Everyone, I mean, what would you say to those kind of students or people taking on property courses or Forex courses or even business, and then they try and fail, but they've completely ignored when someone has said work on themselves?
Yeah.
So what would you say to them?
Never neglect personal development.
Yeah.
I mean, mindset is essentially personal development.
Yeah.
And to develop personally, you need to, number one, take action.
Yeah.
Number two, get yourself around the right people.
Yeah.
Because as entrepreneurs and being in business, sometimes you are the minority. Most
Yeah.
people go out and work and, you know, spend their weekends partying or spending their
Escaping
shop.
from
Yeah.
what they hate,
Yeah,
really.
so you want to get around people that's got the same vision as you, got the same drive,
Yeah.
the same mindset.
Yeah.
And thirdly, I would say read books daily. I try to read at least an hour a day.
Yeah, amazing.
Just to keep the level of your mindset just where it needs to be.
Yeah.
To keep moving forward.
yeah, and you also have to make a decision that you want to change something in your life, that you
Okay,
want to
yeah.
have a better life. You set up a goal. Goal setting is very important, and then you have to, you know, split it up into small goals, and so you finally get to the big goal.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
making a decision, I think, is a key
Yeah.
to success, and you just need to change.
Yeah.
Just to add to that,
Yeah.
what Damien said about goal setting.
Yeah.
Writing down your goals is so powerful. Like you said.
Who taught you that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to make him
yeah.
do all this stuff. Did you
Yeah.
still remember
Yeah.
your alter egos?
Yes.
I remember
That
yours.
was the Wolf of Forex,
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
What was yours? I've forgotten.
I forgot myself.
I've forgotten what your figures. Well, anyway, what we're talking about is we actually got them. I got everyone to write down their perfect version of themselves, the psychology behind, you know, we were so intricate about goal setting, weren't we? We reverse engineered the goals. I.e., write down what your perfect life would be. Write down the kind of person you need to become to achieve that, all the characteristics, and they had an alter ego name for it. Still do that for my high level students, and look at how these two have turned out, you know. So anyway, we won't go into the process too much because that's for like people who are on the course and like learn, but it's in a nutshell, that stuff works, yes?
Yeah, at the time it was like, why is she making us do this?
I've got to actually mention, you know, taking decision is very important. It's the most important thing that you want to change something about. You need to stop procrastinating. A lot of people think about doing something, but they don't do it. But you know.
Yeah. So what would you tell people sitting on the fence thinking, should I do forex? Should I do property? What would you say to them? Like half and half. Like why are they sitting on the fence?
I mean, it depends. You know what they look for. Do they want to make a lot of money, or do they thinking more in long term, short term? You know, the two different businesses, right?
Yeah.
Properties, you know, you can make money, a lot of money long term. You can make money short term as well. Depends what strategy you choose.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
But ultimately, what we're trying to say is like stop procrastinating.
Yeah.
Yes. If there is some good money to make, and there's good money, and you can have some seriously, well, you can create the lifestyle you really want, no matter what. So stop procrastinating. These two have done it, and in 2.5 years, and they're just beginning. This is the truth. And you guys, would you say you just started?
Yeah, definitely.
And they've got plenty more coming up. So would love to tell you more. In fact, if you guys want to see these two, and you should, because they are amazing. When you see them on stage, you'll be blown away with their knowledge, with their experience. They share their story so much, and they'll tell you how to make money. So what more could you ask for? So come and see us at Fortune Academy. Register for the next event. I don't know when it is, but just have a look. There's so many coming up all the time. There is the link on the bottom of this YouTube video. But until then, guys, say bye.
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 Thank you.